Because today was supposed to be therapy, and therapy usually for me, unfortunately, means a lot of being stuck in my head, thinking about things in advance, looping, and then going to therapy, talking about maybe not even the stuff that I was looping. And then after therapy, being in more of a loop, just being stuck, which is why I wanted to cancel it, because I felt like it's taking me backwards in life and I'm trying to go forward. Here we go. I've already recorded my thing about how I wanted to cancel the last session. In fact, I think I did a recording yesterday about how I'm dreading going to therapy today. And I ended up saying, you know what, we're going to go one last time, just to, if only to tell her how I feel about going to therapy, about the fact, if only to tell her I'm actually contemplating quitting therapy. It wouldn't have been news because I did tell her last time when I had that dream and I woke up crying, thinking about the dream. I had a dream about you, baby. Had a dream, I woke up crying and I just can't roll. So when I told her about that I had a dream about our interaction, she and I actually found out that she hates me and I was crying and I felt rejected, that thing. And she said, basically in a nutshell, she said that's irrational, it's just a dream. But she didn't dismiss me. Well, I don't know. That's in a nutshell what she said. Moving on. So since then I was reluctant even before that. I kept saying, I don't know how much longer I'm going to continue to come to therapy. And, I ended up reaching that point of that dream, which was like the curve. Is that what they call it? The arc. And now I'm like, okay, fine. Let me go one last time. But of course, I canceled the last one, which was after the dream. I was able to get out of that one. Not only because of dread, but also because I was still riding the Hawaiian high. I was still in a great mood, having just returned from my vacation. And I was like, man, the last thing I want to do is to prepare for therapy, thinking about self-compassion, doing self-compassion exercises. It's going to take me all the way from that high, all the way, not just to break even, but to go all the way negative and be thinking about things I don't like about myself and about my life. I really don't want to go there. I was feeling too good for that. So I canceled it. I was able to cancel it on time, follow the rules, being the rule follower that I am. Then, fine, right? That was 2 weeks ago. And whenever I would think about, and then I forgot about therapy. I didn't know that I had another pre-scheduled session. Then a few days ago, today being Monday, the 29th of April 2024, at 11:15, a few days ago, like Thursday, usually if I have a session on Monday, if I have something to do on Monday, I'll put a thing on a Thursday so that I know if I intend to go away for like the weekend. I want to know before the weekend that I have something lined up for that Monday. So I then wake up. I'm going through my calendar and I'm like, whoa, and that reminder comes up, you have a session on Monday. I was like, oof. Immediately I just was like, dread, right? And I'm like, I feel like therapy is supposed to feel better than this. I don't know, I'm doing it so that I can feel better about life. And instead, I'm feeling the opposite of better. It's not doing what I wanted to. So I then am like, should I cancel it? And I'm stuck in that on and off loop. And I'm like, okay, don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it. And then I go back and I think about it. And whenever I do think of, because it's lingering now, and I'm like, man, this just planted a seed of just funk into my vibe, basically. And I've been doing good. I don't do terribly in my life because I'm constantly doing my own form of therapy. I'm reading books, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm doing all kinds of things that I've been doing for more than a decade, probably like a decade and a half now, somewhere there, definitely more than a decade, to try and better my life and all that. So now I'm just like, what am I gonna do? No, don't think about it. Yeah, you have to. If you're gonna cancel, you have to do it 2 days before. So I set time aside, I freaking thought about it, and I decided, and I did a recording, like a journaling of some sort, a recording about it, where I went over the pros and cons and whatever. And I thought, okay, go to this session and talk to her about how you feel and why you think that you're dreading it, and what does she think is the real reason, and like what is going on really. Just talk about it, because who are you going to talk about it with? You're going to vent to people don't give a shit. That's the whole point. You started going to therapy, because there's nobody available who wants to quote unquote indulge you with your shit. People have their own, and quote unquote people have their own problems, quote unquote people are busy. Like, I've been told all the things. So talk to her. And I made peace with that, and I was okay. I was still getting that heart palpitation, heart skipping a beat every time I thought about it, but I would find solace in the fact that it's fine. We're going to be breaking up with her, right? Then today I decided, actually I didn't even want to read the book that she told me to read. That is homework. Even though I did read it last time, in case they didn't cancel the session for whatever reason, I hate to be caught with my pants down. So I did read that one chapter she said to read. I've been busy reading other books about travel, fun things that I do enjoy, but and I do enjoy the type of books she told me to read as well, but because somebody said so, and I don't know why else, I just was not, I didn't want to. I've had people give me a room full of CDs that are my favorite type and saying, listen to this, enjoy yourself, and I would not do it. I think because they said to do it. I don't know how to explain it. So, and I would wonder, why am I not interested in this? Why am I rebelling against this when it's something that I like? I don't know. So I was hoping to talk about that today. And so I reread that one chapter because I forgot everything I read about it that one time. So my mind's not into it. So I read it again this morning. It had a couple of exercises. I even did the exercises, dreading them, feeling like, oh my God, why can't I just tell her that I didn't want to, and I forgot. I did read it and I didn't want to reread it, and I forgot everything I read. Like, why can't I just do that? And I thought, you know what, just be prepared. It's your personality. So I read it and I did the exercises, and I was like, all right, we're ready. Okay. I even put a clock in my bedroom so that I can see when the session starts and whatever. I started work early again, so that when I finish working, so that when I go to therapy at 12, even if I don't, because I don't know how I'm going to be feeling afterwards, but it won't be wasted time because I will have done majority of my work already, and I was pushing myself working. I wasn't even in the same vibe that I usually am, because I do enjoy my work and I love being in this side of the house where I work. So whenever I come here, I'll watch like a show that I enjoy, or I'll do like a Reddit search and let the iPhone read it out loud for me and just take it in and enjoy. It's kind of work, but I enjoy it. Not this time. I just felt like I had this thing that's in the back of my mind. My phone rings at 11 o'clock on the dot, and it looks like it's from that area. And I'm thinking, because I have a session within an hour, let me pick up this phone. And I'm like, could I have missed it? Was it at 10 instead? Because I know they send you another text even like 15 minutes or so before the session. So I was like, no, as long as I haven't received that text, I haven't missed the session. So I pick up the phone and they ask to speak to me, and lo and behold, she wants to cancel. Isn't that crazy? That is so crazy to me. It's a combination of a lot of things that are going on in my head about it. They did ask me if I wanted to reschedule, and I said, sure, why not? Not meaning it. It was like a jolt reaction. Then I thought, and then it took her forever to find me a schedule. Thank God. So while we're going through that, I'm thinking to myself, why are you putting yourself through this? You're going to get yourself trapped again into a situation that is going to give you anxiety. Get the fuck out. The doors are being open and you're telling them, hey, do you want to look for the key? Like, get the hell out. So I said, why don't I call you at a different time and reschedule? They said, yeah, let's do that. And I thought, thank God. I'm thinking, like, you calling me at 11 o'clock to reschedule. Granted, it's Monday, so maybe you didn't know that she's not going to blah, 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 blah. That's fine. But it is 11 o'clock. If she starts work at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8:30, why wasn't I called? Why didn't they call all of today's sessions to let us know? I feel like by 11 o'clock, they would have told me. They would have gotten to my session. It's only at 12, So that's one thing. And I'm also thinking, I don't want to say she's unprofessional and it's revenge, because none of this is personal, right? But you're dealing with people who have so many issues, and now you're canceling the session after they canceled the session, after they had a dream about you rejecting them and they woke up crying. Like, this is not a good look. And yeah, we're not going back. And you know what? The way that it ended up happening is giving me faith. That's what it's giving. And also it gave me a chance to work out on my exercise bike while I'm doing this recording. I should do this all the time. Now, my thighs look amazing too. So let me go back to work. It's only 11:30. And I'm so relieved I got this out of my system. Wow.